What up, baby? It's the feature presentation, DJ Sus One. I got a special guest on the show right now that I want to learn a lot more about. Joyner Lucas, what's popping, brother?
Joyner.
Sorry.
Joyner.
Now listen.
What's up?
I'm black and white. You know what I'm saying? You're multiracial.
Mm.
And I wanted to start the interview there. I saw the I'm Not a Racist video, which, by the way, I know you direct your own videos, which we're going to talk about also. But I wanted to know how it was growing up multiracial, because you had the white side of the conversation, you had the black side of the conversation in the video. I personally experienced both sides and probably a lot more. So I want to know what kind of profiling you experienced growing up being multiracial. I wanted to start the interview there.
I had,
if any.
I had experience. It wasn't mainly because I was multiracial though. It was, if I did get treated like that, it was by my own family. You know what I mean?
Really?
Yeah. So on my dad's side, they you know, my mom's side.
Well, first of all, who's black and who's white?
So my sperm donor's black.
Uh-huh.
My mom is white.
Okay.
My mom's side, you know, that side of the family are like real, just, you know, it's really like, you know, not proper at all. It's just real fuck shit, bitch, cunt, ass, dick, that. You know what I'm saying? It's all the swears in the book. Just real ignorant, like just real. I grew up around that. Yeah. You know, a lot of heavy cursing. You know what I'm saying? A lot of just ignorance. You know what I'm saying? That's how I grew up. Literally, my uncle's telling me, stick your middle finger up when you take a picture. You know, trying to teach me how to swear. You know what I mean? All that. And then my sperm donor side, you know, it was like proper to a certain degree.
This is exactly what I went through. That's it.
Right. Proper. So, it was like really proper. It was church. It was, you know, it was wash your hands before you eat. Don't swear. It was that. You know what I'm saying? So I got to experience both at the same time. You know what I mean? It was like that. It was literally like that.
I don't want to call it the unproper side of your family, but did one side of your family feel like you were corny because you understand where I'm going with this? Because I feel like you got to be mixed to be like that. Like, no disrespect, I love my family.
I picked up a lot of habits from the white side. Yeah, when I brought it to the black side, I was corny with the way I dressed, maybe, or the type of things that I did, or maybe some of the things I said as a kid. It was, you know.
Has anybody ever mentioned to you, this is an ignorant statement, but you speak white or anything like that, or you speak to black from the other side of the family?
No,
because I experienced that.
I've inherited and adapted the ignorance side when I was younger. You know what I mean? Up until. I mean, it's always in me. Pause. You know that.
Yeah,
side,
pause.
That,
I'm part of the pause.
I'm not gonna pretend like that. Like I'm not ignorant. You know what I mean? Like I don't have my ignorant side. You know, in which I do. But have I been called out or shunned for that? Yeah. Sometimes more than others, but it was because I had to go over there on the weekends. You know what I'm saying? I go to my grandma's house on the weekends. Like,
wow, it's similar to what I mean. When did you experience and the reason I wanted to take it here is because I didn't even know what racism was.
Right. My uncle, all right. But
so like I got older.
My uncle was like pro-black.
Okay.
Like really pro-black, Muslim, you know, like activist type shit. Like he's like pro-black. So like he would just be like on his like just, you know, this you know, black power shit pretty much. Like everything was just, you know, this white devil this and white that. And because I'm half, you know what I'm saying? Because I grew up over here, I'm defending this. Like, nah, wait, why's it got to be like that? Why's it got everything got, you know what I mean? So I experienced a lot of that, you know, with him. But from other people, like in the world, like you're just talking about just pedestrian, like just the general public and shit. Like I've experienced like my fair share of racism, you know what I'm saying? But it wasn't crazy. When I wrote the record, I'm Not Racist, it wasn't from my own perspective, like this is what I go through, like, you know what I'm saying, all the time. I wrote that from a perspective of, you know, a lot of things that are on the table that are left unsaid. You know, a lot of a conversation that, you know, in my head of me wondering what that conversation would look like if, you know, if a white man sat on his side, a black dude sat on his side, and if they just got it off their chest.
Yeah, it felt like there was two things in my brain to talk at the same time.
Yeah.
Now, I really want to ask you, because the way you spit is crazy. are you on fucking drugs, bro? Like, what the fuck?
I don't do drugs.
Nah, I didn't mean that seriously. It's just that the way you spit, like, bro, especially in this climate, like, the energy is like fucking all the best rappers, Rakim, Eminem. I mean, I'm not trying to say that because you're sitting right here, but it's like all the best rappers all in one, in my opinion. Like, when you were coming up, who in the fuck were you listening to, and who was your hero? Who was your great?
I listen to a little bit of everybody. I listen to like you know, I've listened to Busta. You know, I've listened to, you know, Timbaland and Missy. And then, you know, you grew up on DMX, and then you know,
which DMX, by the way, I wanted to have a top 5 conversation, but DMX should be in the top 5
Luda,
of all time.
Luda. We were just talking about that in the car.
Really?
Luda.
That's fucking random.
Wu-Tang, you know, Puffy and Mace. You know what I'm saying? Eminem. You know, these are people that I grew up listening to. You know.
Yeah. So, that's your top 5 that you just mentioned right there? Because I want. Nah,
those ain't. That's not a top. I don't.
Because I really want. You're really like a real hip hop dude, and I really wanted to have hip hop conversation with you, like hip hop conversation from the '90s, hip hop conversation from the early 2000s, hip hop conversation from now. You know what I'm saying? I'm surprised that y'all had that DMX conversation. DMX is in my top 5.
Yeah,
he's never mentioned.
He's dope. Yeah, X is dope. I got to hang out and chill with him a few times.
Which DMX? Was it in the prime time 90s DMX?
A year ago, DMX.
Really?
About a year ago, just chilling in the car. You know what I'm saying? I was telling a story. My DJ, like, he really, you know what I'm saying? He's really DMX. Like, how he raps is how he is. Like, you know, Cat Williams said that. I thought he was playing around until I got to chill with him. It was just me and X.
How did you get to chill with DMX, and what was the first initial conversation like with DMX?
The first time I met X, he came to the film studio. He was in New Hampshire, came to the film studio, was linking up with you know, with the team, Project 2. And he was there and I was there at the same time. I just happened to run into him, and, you know, just playing some shit, and then I just got his number, we got mine, and then he just hit me up one random night.
Wow.
And was like, you know, told me to come out to hang out with him, and I came out and chilled.
I want to know what the experience of hanging out with DMX was, because that seems like a crazy night.
It was. It was a crazy night. It was. He was cool peoples. He you know, I just had conversations.
You
with
seem
him.
too laid back to be hanging out with DMX. He seemed like he would just be screaming for no reason.
Yeah, he did scream for no reason. Literally, like, just roll down the window, just like, what?
And did you respond to him like X, calm down?
Nah. It was just like, I was kind of just soaking in the vibe, just kind of, you know, just trying to see, you know, like, to me it was dope because I got to ask him questions like about like his life, and like ask him questions about like certain records or like inspiration behind certain things, or like, you know, just certain stuff like that, you know, and get to listen. Got to play him some of my shit in the car that was unreleased. So I listened to it, you know, critique it, you know, then he'll throw on some unreleased shit that he's never played or for anybody. I got to hear like just dope shit, just like on some cool, you know, just on some cool shit, you know. I think that's why he felt comfortable to be around me, because I wasn't on no fanboy shit. It was just like some cool shit. Because when you're around cameras all the time and people who want to take pictures, sometimes you just want to be around niggas who ain't on that.
Yeah, exactly.
You know, and I wasn't on that. It was like, I'm just cool, you know what I'm saying? I'm not trying to take pictures with niggas and like, yo, let's get in the studio. This shit wasn't on that. It was just on some cool shit, you know. So whenever he was around the way, he hit me up like, yo, come kick it with me. You know what I mean? And we was just literally just me and him.
That's fucking dope.
Riding around the car, listening to shit. Yeah, it's cool.
I mean, you've been in the game a little while, bro. You think you would? Is there anybody that you think you would get starstruck by?
Starstruck?
You've met a lot of people. You've worked with a lot of greats. Who's the one person that you'd be like, holy fuck?
It would have been Michael. It would have been Michael
Jackson. We're saying, right?
I probably would have fainted. Michael's like,
nah, he's the greatest of all time.
Jesus.
Bro. I get upset, by the way. Let me just say this. I get upset when people of this generation compare Beyonce. I know we have a young lady in the room. I'm sorry. Because that's like female's God. They compare Beyonce to Michael Jackson. No disrespect to Beyonce, but I don't think there's anybody alive or ever lived that was as...
Beyonce is the...
Is a what? Nah, hell no. I think more of a comparison.
Whoa.
Yeah.
Beyonce's what?
A close second to Michael.
Ron Stu. Who's the close first?
But Ron Stu, hold me just say, because we're recording, Ron Stu, my guy here, said that Beyonce is a close second to Michael Jackson. I would like to say that you're fucking wilding.
Hold on. Tell me, but why? But why? Not taking anything, because Beyonce is... But we're talking about performance. Are you narrowing it down to just performance?
Well, I have to go there because I think that's Beyonce's strong suit.
Right. But when you think of Michael Jackson, do you think of performance? I don't think of performance when I think of Michael.
I think of performance, songs, hits,
I'm not
and
talking
all around
about,
entertainer.
I'm not talking about as far as him on stage, because I mean he's a god on stage. Like he gives a good performance. I've seen a lot of his live shit, dope. But when I think of Michael, I think of like his hits, his videos, his thrillers, his beat its, his songs, his voice, the full body of work, his music videos. I think of like, that shit. His music videos, especially. When I think of Michael Jackson, I think of how cultivating his music videos were. Now, when you think of Beyonce, this is where I'm not getting the correlation. Performance-wise, maybe she gives us an amazing fucking show that is literally like, nobody's ever seen no shit like that since Michael. 100. But when the overall picture, right? When you compare Beyonce to Michael Jackson, if you're comparing people, Chris Brown, to me, is the closest to Michael Jackson.
In this generation.
Yeah, absolutely. Music videos, songs, dancing, right? Performance. He has a complete total package. Pause.
Hey, yo.
Literally.
But also, in my opinion, Michael Jackson was the most popular human being probably of all time, next to Superman.
Speaking of popularity, if you're speaking of popularity, again, Beyonce is probably top tier popular.
Nah, I disagree.
What?
Beyonce, I think, is more comparable to Janet Jackson when Rhythm Nation was out. Michael Jackson, people was fainting.
No, I mean, like when I'm talking popularity, bro. I'm talking about when you go on the street, any country in the world, and you say, do you know Beyonce? More people would probably say yeah than if you was to go on the street in every country and say, do you know Chris Brown?
That's absolutely a fact.
So when you're talking about popularity, I give her that. Because Michael Jackson was number one. Everybody knew Michael Jackson.
Everything you're saying is facts.
Yeah.
But Beyonce's actually been in clubs, in regular clubs, and people are like, oh, Beyonce's there, and I've seen it. Michael Jackson was like the celebrity that celebrities would fucking go crazy over. Like he could not go anywhere.
Of course, I'm speaking, bro. I'm with you. I'm on your side. I'm talking about when you compare certain things. I'm trying to understand why people would compare her to Michael.
Yeah.
If you're talking about her performance, cool. If you're talking about her popularity, cool. But if you're talking about dancing, fuck no. If you're talking about her, her voice, she's not a man. She can't sing like Michael. So hell no. Chris Brown could do that. I heard Chris Brown hit that what's that note? Ooh, you know what I mean? He hit that, you know what I mean?
Hey yo, pause. You
pause.
We
talking about Beyonce the notes.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? But Breezy, even musically, you know what I mean? And his dancing is just, it's out of here, bro. It's like it's not even, to me, Breezy's more of a Michael Jackson comparison.
Yeah, I agree. I feel like if he didn't go through some of the negative things that we're not going to talk about that he went through in his career, he probably would have been that super popular entity that people would probably be fainting and all that shit over.
I think after that incident, is where we got the best of Chris Brown.
Really?
Absolutely. Because before that incident was, he had the double your pleasure, double your fun. He was just starting to get up there. After that incident, we got 3X, right? Yeah. He had joints after that. Beautiful People. Like, he had some bangers after that. That was like when he was, he went down. He went through a little phase, but he came back out. And when he came back up, it was, he tried to catch me. When he came up, it was, after the Rihanna incident, I feel like he was on top of the world. You know what I mean? So I don't think that really hindered him too much. I think he took a jab, but I mean he nobody else could have bounced back from that. Pause.
Yeah, this guy's saying a lot of crazy shit right now. But yeah. So, and with that being said, and not to sound generic, but you're a nice rapper. I want to know. So that's your greatest of all time, Michael Jackson. That's who you'd be starstruck over.
Yo, yeah, I would probably faint if I met Mike in real life. I wish I would have went to one of his concerts. You know what I mean?
Nigga, you're saying the same thing I've said.
I was young. I couldn't. If I was my age, I wouldn't have missed that for the world. I would have flew wherever to go see that.
Is there any rapper dead or alive that you wish you could have met that you'd probably be starstruck over?
Pac.
See, I would have said Big.
I think I always put Pac over Big.
Damn. Yo, we're arguing today.
But I know.
Listen,
I
love
York.
Pac.
I mean, Big is New York. Do you feel like you're a little bit biased because he's home?
No, let me tell you, I love Pac, but here's what I'm gonna say, and you're gonna think I'm wildin'. Big, like I could listen to the whole Life and Death album, interludes beginning to end. Pac, for me, a lot of his albums I skipped over tracks. Number one. Number two, when he had Brenda's Got a Baby, he was from Harlem.
Yeah.
But then later in his career, West Side, and I just never understood that. I questioned a couple of people. I forgot who exactly, some artists from LA, and they just said that he felt more comfortable and like family from the West Side. But I still think that's crazy that you were from New York. There's a lot of people from today that just think Pac was a West Coast dude.
Because I think when he was younger, 13, 14, 15, I mean, you count the ages, he actually grew up in New York and born in New York. It's cool. But when he started to get a little bit older and he migrated over to the West Coast, and he spent all that time over there, that probably became his home. You know what I mean? Like,
he was a little bit older though. I think he was like, what, mid-teens, older teens?
Wasn't he? 18, 19? Like maybe he just felt like that was his home. Maybe he felt like he should have been from there. He just adopted. Maybe they just showed him crazy love. New York didn't show him.
Well, yeah, that was an argument somebody told me too. But
So
I heard 50 say nobody in New York showed him love at first, and then M from Detroit and Dre from the West Coast signed him.
Yeah,
but he still repped Queens. So that was my whole argument with it. So that was my only issue with Pac. Of course, Pac is one of the greats. He was very vocal. He stood for a lot of things. And he had great music. I can't take none away from him. But that was my only confusion. And plus, Big was real lyrical to me. Like, I think Pac was just straight up. Fuck your bitch. And
yeah, I think, see, to me, the difference between Pac and Big, for me, I think Pac had a lot more music than Big had, right?
Yeah, he did. He's still coming out. They just said they're going to release more music from Pac.
Big had like a small catalog of shit you can go listen to. Pac has catalogs of shit you can listen to. He has albums.
That's true.
I think Big had like one album. Right?
2.
Was it 2?
Well, actually, technically 3 if you count the Life After Death as a double album.
Right. Life After Death. So it was Ready to Die, right? And then Life After Death, right? Pac had mad albums, bro. Didn't Pac have like 4 or 5 albums?
Yeah, he had a bunch of albums.
That nigga had hella albums, and plus the Digital Underground shit. But to me, I think I resonated with Pac more because, I felt like he was changing the world, with his music. I felt like he used certain records to kind of touch people the way that I do. Pause. I felt like, records like Brenda Got a Baby, those records were meant to shift the culture, to change things and get people to think on a different perspective. Records like I Ain't Mad at You, you know what I'm saying? That record was crazy. That's Just the Way It Is. Like, those records were real. Like, damn. Like, I felt Pac. Pause. I felt the things he would say. You know what I'm saying?
What do you say about people who say that Pac contradicted himself? This is hip hop talk, guys.
Right.
We're talking, getting into Joyner stuff. But what do you tell people that say he contradicted himself?
The things that I say that because I was one of those people who said, "Yo, I'm confused because he would say this and say that and then say this." Me being an artist, right? I feel like what happens is Pac was whatever he was feeling at that moment is what he was talking about. Right? So, for instance, you got Brenda's Got a Baby, right? And then you get the next record is You Wonder Why They Call You Bitch. And then it's I Get Around, you know what I'm saying? It's his bitch.
One I remember is Keep Your Head Up.
Keep your head up.
He said something about his mom.
Bro.
That I forgot the exact line, but
I blame my mother for turning my brother
into a crack baby. And then Dear Mama, he's praising his mom.
Yeah, but then he also said on that record, even though you were a crack fiend, mama, you always were a black queen.
That's a fact.
So it wasn't like he just... was completely just, he told it what it was. And she was a crack fiend, you know what I mean? So he was acknowledging that and he's telling his story. He wasn't shitting on her. He was just saying he blames her from turning his brother into a crack baby because she used to do crack. You know what I mean? That's real shit. It's therapeutic for us artists. We say a lot of shit sometimes that comes from the heart. You know what I mean? This is our way of expressing ourselves in a way that we can't normally do when we're having a conversation, or, different people use different formulas in order to express themselves. I just happen to be one of them people that use music to express myself, and Pac was too. So in my music, I said a lot of shit. I've talked about my parents, you know what I'm saying? I've said things that, to me that I had to get off my chest. It was my way of venting, you know what I'm saying? And if I didn't do that, you know, then I would be harboring those feelings inside, you know, and my mom understands that. You know, I've said certain shit about my mom, and, you know, she's never felt no type of way because she understands I'm an artist, and she knows that that's my way. Right. My mom's, I love my fucking mom.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Because if anything, she understands, like, and that song Ultrasound, I said, I'm such an asshole, even my dad, I'm such a lost soul, even my mom knows, that's why she hates the nigga. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. And she was, I don't give a fuck. You know what I mean? Like, it is what it is. This is how you express yourself. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's cool. You know what I mean? I know you don't hate me. I know, you know, you're not talking shit, taking shots. You know what I'm saying? Whatever. You being an artist. You know what I'm saying? And the moment, you know, you feel like you couldn't express yourself or shouldn't. I have real ass conversations with my mom. You know what I'm saying?
Really?
If I feel like I can't express myself, like as a man, I'm not supposed to sweep it under the rug and not talk about how I feel as an artist. I'm not allowed to say how I feel. I'm not allowed to, you know, I can't not do that. You know, everybody should be allowed to express themselves and, you know what I'm saying, get through whatever they're getting through.
I do it on the Instagram. I got in trouble with girls about posting my feelings on the gram. And he's like, you bitch ass nigga.
And my son, my son's 3 years old. My son's 3 years old. Yeah, I let him express himself. You know what I'm saying? And when he gets older, he's allowed to express himself. However he chooses to express himself, he's allowed to express himself. You know what I'm saying? I'm not going to shun him and disown him and shit on him for that.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And that's one thing you got to realize about Pac. He was, you know, what he said about his mom, I blame my mother for turning my brother into a crack baby. You know, that shit real. You know, what's his mom going to say about that? Like, that's probably something that she was open with. Like, that's true.
It's safe to say Tupac is your all-time greatest of all time, rap-wise.
Nah.
No?
But I'm a huge Tupac fan. You know what I'm saying? But I'm speaking from personal experiences as well.
Yeah.
That line, I'm happy you said that. I blame my mother for turning my brother into a crack baby. Right?
Yeah, that was a line.
That was a line. 50% of parents would be pissed. Right?
Of course.
Maybe disown their fucking kids.
Even if it was true, they'd be pissed
even if it was proved,
world.
because you're presenting it to the world, right?
Yeah.
But obviously, there was no malice behind what Pac said. He was just being real. That's what he was. You know what I'm saying? He just was telling it like it was. But then he turned around and made a Dear Mama. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
In which he uplifted and praised his mom and, you know, called her a black queen, even though she was a crack fiend. You know what I'm saying? That's real shit. You know? Just imagine being his mom, rest in peace, if she, you know, all these years having to hear that shit on the radio. You know what I'm saying? Your son is not here, and you got to hear that record, man. That's crazy. It's a dope record.
Nah, it's fire.
Pac was that nigga, man.
Now I have a website called thefeaturepresentation.com. Right? Yeah. It's really where movies and music meet. Now I know you direct all your own videos. I know everybody's talked to you about it. I'm just curious. First of all, you looking into getting into movies? I want to direct and produce horror movies. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? I wanted to know what kind of movies you're into and if that's like a world that you're trying to really, really get deep into.
I definitely want to get deep in it. Pause.
This guy is crazy with the
no, I'm saying. Listen. What I'm saying is that's a side of me that I'm definitely willing to explore. Pause. And I want to, you know, dive deeper into it. Pause. So there's things about, you know, movies. If you watch my music videos, a lot of them is shot really cinematic.
Yeah,
you know,
cinematic and creative.
Right. So absolutely want to get into movies, directing them, you know what I mean? And just being the Tyler Perry of, you know, what I do, because that's what I consider myself, like a Tyler Perry, with the way I tell the story, with the way that the actors and a lot of shit that's going on. So
not like a Spielberg or a Michael Bay.
Michael Bay or Spielberg would be more, effects.
Yeah.
You do like Transformers and like all this crazy effects and stuff. Tyler Perry's movies are like based off of like real events that happen, and you can compare that to I'm Not Racist or the Happy Birthday record or Ross Cabaccioni. They're all storytelling records about real life shit.
So that's the lane you want to go in movie wise.
Yeah, I'm not trying, special effects and the Transformer thing.
You would never do that? Really?
Not that I would never do that. I'm just saying that's not really my directing style.
Okay.
Right? That's not something that I'm really into. I watch it, it's dope, but it's not something that I'm just like, that I want to direct. I like directing like real, based off of true story, real life events that people can resonate towards.
Well, just because of me, because I'm a fan of this, could you ever do a based off of a true story horror movie? off of real events.
I think a lot of horror movies are corny. No offense, just
a lot of them
just
today
so
are
predictable.
corny.
Like it's like what are you really gonna make a movie about that's scary? I mean, you're a grown ass man, right? And you're like,
horror movies are targeted towards teenagers and young. Our age, we don't get scared of anything, pretty much.
Do you get scared of horror movies?
The only horror movies the answer is mostly no. I'm not gonna lie, some of them paranormal movies be scaring me, yo. I don't know why. I don't know,
what?
Because the spirit world, I don't know if it's real or not. Like I feel like it might be real. It could be real. I live alone in a big fucking house.
But how many? But again, how many of those movies are we gonna see? How many of those movies? How many scary movies can you actually see, right? That are not about somebody that is in a house with a ghost, or somebody that's trying to kill like a Jason or a serial killer or something like that.
Nothing scared you as a kid when you was growing up?
I wouldn't say that. I just after a while it was like, man, this is kind of like it's repetitive. You've seen the same movie over and over again, just different actors and different characters.
Yeah.
We've seen Jason, right? What's the difference between Jason and Michael Myers?
Their origin, but yeah, you're right.
They both got knives. They both wear masks. Right. They both just go around and they just scare people and kill people, right? It's the same thing. It's like you're seeing the same thing on Chucky, Freddy Krueger.
You're naming all my favorite characters right now.
Right. Those are classic movies, though. I'm not hating. I love those movies. Those are classic. You know what I'm saying? But what I'm saying is, you stop getting scared because it's just like, how many movies are you going to make that are the same? You know what I mean? And even to this day, it's like, how many ghost movies are you gonna make? I think my problem with paranormal movies or scary movies is the fact that it takes too long to get to the point. It's always a sound, right? It's always almost something that almost happens, but then it doesn't. It's a door that opens, and then that door just opening, and then a doom is supposed to just scare the shit out of everybody. But there's no actual, the one movie that really just put it all out there, like fuck, where the ghosts were actually talking and shit, was The Sixth Sense. You know what I'm saying? That's when it was just like, yo, these niggas are talking to you.
So how would you make it different? I'm asking because I'm about to steal your idea.
Insidious. Insidious is another movie.
That was kind of waxy. I don't like when they show the character, the whatever the entity is, too quickly. It
I love that shit. It doesn't scare you. Nigga, you a grown-ass man. What you mean it doesn't scare you?
So I said it myself.
You looking for some shit to scare you?
Did you see it?
This
is a random conversation we're having with her.
The original It was lit. The second one, great remake. But I mean, the storyline to me on It was so fucking lit. And that was who wrote that?
Stephen King.
Stephen King.
Yeah.
The storyline of It. It's a long ass movie. But that storyline of that movie is what intrigued me. It was like, yo, this is so dope how they wrote the storyline.
You know they're coming out with the second part.
Word? I can't wait.
Yeah, but the original, this is such a rant. I know you haven't had these conversations, bro, but the original, It was made for TV and the special effects was corny when you look at it now. And it didn't really scare me, honestly.
You keep saying it didn't really scare me.
When I was young.
When you were young.
Yeah. When I was young.
Not the new one. All right, I dig it.
Yo, congrats on the I Love song, by the way.
Thank you.
You know what I'm saying? You're spitting on that record. That's a record that I feel gonna have the clubs lit too. The way the beat drops.
It's dope. I appreciate it.
So I know we just had a bunch of random conversation. What's coming up in the future for you?
A lot more records, videos, visuals, features. You know, just exploring, just different sounds and different projects. You know, tours.
You like the tour life?
The tour life is cool. I like
it's cool.
It's cool because, well, the reason why it's cool is because I'm away from my son.
Okay.
It's cool. It's not awesome. I don't like being away from my son, so it's cool.
I understand that part. Yes.
But what makes it cool and not whack is the fans, right? I love the fans, so I like going out and actually physically touching the people. Pause. So that's what makes it cool, right? It's not awesome.
Well, I don't know if you're single or not. I don't know if
pause, bro.
But yeah, Paul. Hey, I'm asking for. I'm not asking for me.
All right, so just asking for a friend.
I'm asking. Yeah, right, I'm asking because when I'm on the tour life, yo, this guy's crazy. Yeah.
I
go on tour with
Joyner,
Mariah. I'm just saying the story. I love you, but you know when I'm on the tour life, you know I do my thing, and there's a lot of female attention out there. So that's why I'm like, I love the tour life.
Yeah.
I'm a single man.
Yeah.
So I don't know if you're in that single space, but.
Oh, you mean like as far as like what are you asking me?
The tour life is a great life for a single man. So that's what I'm saying. You said you don't.
I don't really I don't really like sleep with fans or no shit like that.
Really?
Nah, it's not really my thing. I don't really.
So if a girl like Halle Berry walked up to you and said, "I'm such a fan, come in my room right now."
If a girl like Halle Berry, we saying
looked exactly like her, like whoever your dream girl is.
Yeah.
These girls are incredible out here. Some of these girls.
Yeah.
And came up to you and was like, "I love everything about you. You are one of the most gorgeous men in the hit. Come with me right now." So,
100%. I might go kick it with her in the room, but I would be nervous.
What?
Yeah, I wouldn't be able to probably hit it because I'm one of them niggas I gotta talk, I gotta know, like, I gotta kind of get to know you. I can't just be putting my dick in somebody that I literally just, yo, come here, let me just, and then just go and just put my dick inside of her. Like, I have to actually, so if I'd be wanting to spark the conversation and kind of just talk to shorty, you know what I'm saying? And then maybe the next time around, you know what I'm saying, we can, but I can't, I'm not the nigga that's just.
See, I have both sides. When I have that energy with a girl, I do that.
It's got to be the energy is what I'm saying. It can't just be, oh, yo, you look good, you cute, yeah, come to the room, let's fuck.
You know you're one of the minority men in the history of the world that's saying this right now.
Yeah, nah, honestly, to keep it all the way real with you, like.
Are you sure you hung out with DMX? Did you see the tours he went on
in the 90s?
Nah,
I'm serious. If she looked like Halle Berry or even like J-Lo or whoever the best looking girl is and said, yo, you know what? Come to my room. I would go to the room, and if she tried to like touch me, I would say, can you please refrain from touching me?
What?
Yeah, man. I would say, yo, can you please not?
Ron, you're looking at
I would say, can you please not touch me like this? I feel violated right now, and I really just want you to refrain from touching me.
Wow.
And I would walk, and I would say, I'm not a piece of meat, and I would leave. Seriously, I'm not.
I just want you to know,
I'm not a piece.
All the people on your team right now is holding their laps in. I hear in the
Yo,
this is your team.
Before I walk out, I would say I'm not a piece of meat.
Okay.
Don't treat me like I'm a piece of meat. When you're ready to talk to me like a normal human being, and we can start over, and I would just slam the door and walk out and go to my bus and sit in the back and lay down and just think about what happened.
God bless you, sir. You are one of the minority men I've ever heard say that ever in the history of the human race.
Yeah,
That's respectable, though.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Honestly, man, I can't do it.
Yo, with this newfound energy you've had the past few years, actually, because you come across a lot of celebrities hanging out with DMX, have you ever hang out with any of the female celebrities? Have they ever had that energy towards you? You know, it's mixed people.
What do you mean?
We get some. Have any female celebrities like the J-Los or anybody like that? Anybody popular on that level? It's like, I like this, you know, it gave you attention.
Yeah, I've gotten attention from a lot of female celebrities.
That type of attention?
Yeah, like in the DMs, like you're talking about like that. Like I've gotten the DMs.
And did you tell them, listen,
respect
my space?
I've gotten actually to kick it with a few.
Really?
I've gotten actually, yeah. And you know,
They never tried to touch you and be disrespectful.
And I was like, look, honestly, you're being very disrespectful.
You did not say that, bro.
I said that, and I said you're treating me like a piece of meat. I don't like being treated like just a piece of meat, bro.
You're not going to share a name with me that you said this to, are you?
Honestly, I said, look, you know, I'm just not into what you're doing right now. It's not my thing.
Is this a true story?
I'm serious. I was like, yo, don't touch me like that. You know,
to a celebrity female.
She tried to grab me, bro, and I was like, don't touch me like that.
Will you give me a name or you're not going to do it?
It hurt me, bro.
He's joking.
Yo,
this is a joke.
Yo, it hurt me, bro.
He's joking. All right.
I couldn't do it, bro. I was like, nah, I'm not with that. You know, I'm just not with it. I just don't want to feel like a piece of meat.
All right. I don't know if I can take you serious right now.
I'm serious, man. Don't treat me like a piece of meat. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not trying to get treated like just a piece of meat, bro. I'm more than that, you know?
All right.
I want you to get to know me for me. You know, I want to sit down and talk to you all night. What's your favorite color? Like, what kind of food you like? Like, let's play.
You must have the best game in the history.
Like, let's play Uno. You know what I'm saying?
He has the best game. This is game. This is game right now, ladies and gentlemen.
Some chick was like, "Oh, let's play Truth or Dare." I was like, "I'm not a piece of meat. Don't play those games with me." Like, oh, if I was, what'd she say? She was like, "Oh, if I was to touch you right now or kiss you, what would you do?" I was like, "I'd leave."
A celebrity female.
I would call the cops. Yeah, I'm serious. I'd call the police just because I don't want to feel like a piece of meat. I'm not with you feeling like.
All right, he's not gonna tell us who this happened with, but that's crazy.
It's crazy, bro. I'm like, yo, like first thing I did, I called my manager and I said, yo, guess who just tried to violate me? And I told him. He was like, bro, what did you do? I was like, yo, I told her not to treat me like a piece of meat, and I walked out. He was like,
I'm gonna be honest with you, bro.
I almost filed the report. I almost filed the report.
No, you didn't.
I almost filed the police report.
Bro, if I find out that any of these females is Rihanna or some shit like this, I'm gonna be highly disappointed in your whole character right now, bro. I'm just keeping it real with you, bro. There's certain exceptions.
They were really big names, bro. People that was just like, yo, I can't do it. I don't want to feel violated, you know. She tried to.
All right, the single I Love is out right now. Yeah. Yo, are you kidding me right now? All
I ain't gonna lie. It was, she it was my tour bus. She came, you know what I mean? It was love.
She came?
I was like, nah, she didn't. She came on a bus and then she was like, oh, let's go to the room. I went to the room and then she.
All right, he's joking. Now I know you're joking. Now I know you're joking.
And then she tried to touch me.
All right, man.
And I just wasn't with it.
All right, he's bullshitting.
So I left.
I Love out right now, bro.
Yeah.
Anyway, yo, you're crazy, bro. You're an interesting character.
And then what?
Nah, congrats on all the success, man. Congrats on the plaque that you got with M.
Yeah.
I got to ask you a question.
Yeah.
Are there rules when it comes to beef in hip hop?
No, hell no. There's no rules.
Because,
there's no rules.
Drake,
everything is like it's like you telling me if we battle rapping right now face to face, you know, we got fucking what's the Smack. You got Smack there, you know what I'm saying? Set up, boom. And, you know, you say some things and then I'm gonna get offended. That's like that Math Hoffa shit, you know what I mean? And then just start swinging at you and then just like, yeah, that shit's whack. It's like there's no rules.
I completely agree with you. Drake's argument was he's talking about people who are dying.
Don't matter who the fuck he was talking about.
All right.
This is a battle, right? We engaging in a battle. Drake jumped out the window, said what he said about Pusha, right? And it doesn't matter how hard he hit him, right? He hit him. Drake knows he hit him. He hit him. He jumped out the window and went first. He did his thing. Maybe Pusha went before Drake. Maybe he was responding back to Pusha. I don't know. All I know is Drake acknowledged and dissed Pusha, right?
Mm-hmm.
Publicly.
Yes.
Said some shit about his wife. Said whatever he said. Cool.
Pusha I think came with information that people did not know.
Pusha came back and OD'd, right? Which is overdid it. He overdid it, got super personal, and said some super personal fuck shit, right?
Mm-hmm.
In which was in a rap, right? Which is in a rap. He's in a rap battle, right?
Yeah.
He did it over a beat, right? He didn't jump on the internet, and you know, if he jumped on the internet and started saying all that shit, that would have been really whack.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But he did it on the bars, which is like, okay, cool, you did it on the bars. So for somebody to be like, oh, you took it too far, it's like, come on, bro. Like you know, that's like, boom, all right, you know what I'm saying? We fighting. Gloves is off. You swing at me, I swing at you, boom, boom, boom. Now we hitting each other, full body blow, grab me, grabbed you, pause, slam you to the ground, kick me in my face, and then you punch me in my dick, right?
Mm-hmm.
Pause. Say you punch me in my dick. It's a full off fucking war. You allowed to do whatever the fuck, as long as you don't grab no weapons, right? You punch me in my dick. Pause. I'm not gonna be like, yo, you taking it too far.
Yeah, I feel you.
You know what I'm saying? Like, yo, nah, you bugging now. So yo, stop the fight. Yo, don't hit me in my dick. You know what I mean, nigga? We fighting, nigga. There's no fucking rules, nigga. If I hit you in your dick, if I, you know, whatever I fucking want to do, I could do it as long as there's no weapons involved.
I agree with you.
Right? So I think.
Do you think that Drake was right for not responding? Because here's another way to look at it.
I don't know, but look, I'm gonna say this though.
All right.
I do feel like Drake is that nigga.
I feel like he would have killed
He is
Pusha.
that
No
nigga. Don't get it fucked up.
Yeah.
Drake is that nigga. You know what I'm saying? I was upset when Drake didn't respond. I'm not gonna say upset, like I was feeding into it that much, but you know, I was kind of like disappointed and let down when he didn't respond because I'm like, we need that. Hip hop needs that. We need that response. You know what I'm saying? And I think that's really what it was. That response, it should have came. You know what I mean? A lot of people knew that. You know, Drake had his reasons for not wanting to respond. I understand it. But I do feel like hip hop needed that.
Well, they said that there was a record that exists that he recorded and just didn't
Bro,
release.
what he did to fucking
Meek?
To Meek?
Yeah,
I was waiting for that. I was waiting for that. And Meek never was like, yo, you should have never said it was my girl's tour. You went too far. You know what I'm saying? It was like all bets, the gloves was off. Drake went in. That was probably the best fucking battle rap record.
You know what's interesting about Back to Back, by the way?
Yeah.
That wasn't the record. I don't know if you remember, but
it was one before that, yeah.
Yeah, he put out Charged Up.
Yeah, Charged Up.
And
he put the bait out.
I thought Charged Up was I knew, you know, I'm a chess player, so I knew that was just like, all right, let me see what Meek's
put the bait out.
With.
He put the bait out.
Meek didn't respond.
No.
So in Back to Back, he said, I waited 4 days, nigga, where y'all at? I guess this is what I got to do to make y'all rap.
Right.
So that wasn't even the record. This was to get Meek to respond.
Right.
And then when Meek came back,
it was too late. Meek came back 5 months late. It doesn't even matter.
And it wasn't that great.
Right. The point of the matter is, Drake already proved at that point in time that he can fucking ether somebody. Right.
Yeah.
That was really bad. That was really bad. That was bad for Meek when that happened. That was really bad. Even Meek could probably admit that was bad for him. Right. So everybody waiting for, you know, we all counting on Drake after fucking Pusha came with some shit. Pusha did what Meek should have did, right?
Yeah.
So after he did that, we was all like, oh, you fucked up now. You fucked up now. You don't know who you just fucked with.
How I
Drake is about to fucking, so we cheering for this nigga like, yo, Drake, come on, nigga. Get him, nigga, get him, Drake. Everybody pumped up like, yo, Drake's gonna fuck you up, yo. Drake's girl's like, yo, my boyfriend is about to fuck you up, yo.
Yeah.
Drake's son's like, yo, my dad. You know what I'm saying? Everybody's like, yo, counting on this nigga like, yo, my dad, yo, my cousin, yo, my brother. Everybody's like, yo, watch. All of a sudden, Drake's like, you took it too far. And then walks away. You know what I'm saying? And everybody's like,
why do you think he did that? Why do you think he did that? Because I personally think Drake could have killed Pusha.
Isn't about woulda, coulda, did,
but he didn't. But why do you think he did that?
I don't know. I don't know. I can't speak for the nigga. All I know, right? And again, I'm gonna say it again. Drake is that nigga, right? I'm not taking away from Drake. I don't understand why he did that. I don't get it. You know what I'm saying? But he did do it. But one thing it didn't stop Drake from being great. After that, he went on and dropped fucking God's Plan. You know what I'm saying? He dropped some shit just, you know what I mean? Just took over the fucking world again. He's that nigga. You know what I mean? He could do that. But I still feel like he should have responded to this nigga.
Responded.
You have to.
He should have responded.
You cannot just ignore him now and be like, oh, I ain't going to give you no more credibility. No. He took it too far, nigga. Now you got to take it 10 steps farther. Fuck that.
Well, there is
you know what I'm saying?
I agree with you. It's hip-hop, man,
it's hip-hop. Not even for no other beef shit. Just off of the love of hip-hop. If Nas wrote Ether or Jay did the shit against Nas and Nas never responded with Ether, that would have been so disappointing.
Well, those were two equal entities, though. So I feel like 50 Cent kind of made Rick Ross bigger at the time when Ross went at him.
Pause.
Yes, that's a super pause, actually. I apologize. Please forgive me. But I feel like he made him more of a bigger brand at the time when he actually gave attention to Rick Ross dissing him. So I agree with
Ross
you.
Ross was already that nigga, though.
Nah, he was big, but...
Pause.
He was a big entity in the game.
Ross was already that nigga, man. I'm not going to compare it because Pusha and Drake, like... popularity wise, as far as it's fucking, we're talking grapes to fucking watermelons, bro. It's like, come on. Like, it's not, Pusha knows that, you know what I mean? But Pusha was baiting him because he knows it's gonna help his shit, you know what I mean? It is what it is. And Pusha is lit too. Great artist. Like, I fuck with Push, you know what I'm saying? But Drake is just a fucking god. You know what I mean?
Keep it real, bro, because I feel like you're fucking nice. I'm not trying to be on your dick pause. Do you think that you could, if you had a battle with Drake or Pusha, you think you could take them niggas down?
I'd be, honestly.
Keep it real.
If I would be, first off,
keep it real.
It's not about if I think. I know I could, right?
Both?
Yeah, hell yeah. I could.
And you said Drake is that nigga. He's like a god.
Drake is that nigga. I would be worried about Drake's, like, the one thing I'd be worried about when it comes to Pusha, though, like me battling fucking Pusha T, like, you know, like, I feel like as of now, like we even playing field, you know, as far as maybe popularity goes, whatever the case may be. But dealing with a nigga like Drake, you know what I'm saying? Drake is top tier. You know what I mean? That motherfucker is whole Jay-Z's level. He's again, he is. Drake would be when talking about popularity, he would be up there with the Beyonce with the popularity shit.
Yeah.
He's up there.
No, he's the biggest.
He's the pause.
God,
yeah.
I can't have a conversation with this dude ever again.
The Michael Jackson shit.
Yeah,
he's like Mike right now. He's fucking there. You know what I mean? He's the household name in every fucking country. He's that nigga. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
I would be worried about. I'd be worried about like, damn, like he's got like a fucking million times of a fan base than I do. So if he shits on me and you know that's it, it's like, bro, you know what I mean? I'd be scared to go
away if you killed this dude.
Right, but look what happened to MGK and the M shit. It doesn't matter, you know what I'm saying? Because this Drake is always gonna be that nigga, period. You know what I'm saying? After he just shits all over me, you know what I'm saying? I can't say the same is gonna happen, you know what I mean? Yeah. I don't know. But Meek was able to come out of that. Whatever he went through, Meek came out on top. Pause. You know what I'm saying? He's doing his thing. He's still fucking dropping shit. He's killing the fucking game. I mean, I didn't think he was gonna come out of that shit. He came out of that shit. But I would say that, yeah, I would be nervous as fuck to battle with Drake. I really would.
But you really think that you would win that battle? Fuck career-wise, you think
when you talk about winning the battle though, like as far as like we're going lyrical bar for toe for toe, yeah, fuck yeah, no brainer.
Wow.
No brainer. Like it's levels, my nigga. And I'm pretty sure Drake knows, like, lyrically, he ain't fucking with me. Like, lyrically. He's dope as fuck lyrically, though. Like, don't get it fucked up. Drake can rap his ass off. But technically, the lyrical, technical shit that niggas like me, Busta, like niggas that are capable of doing that technical, lyrical shit, you know what I'm saying? When it comes down to that, bars, man, you know, nah. There's no, you know what I mean? Like, I don't think, you know what I mean? I don't think he would kill me in that area.
How about Kendrick? That seems like a better war.
Kendrick might get me. I don't know. I don't fucking know, because Drake got some bars. He be saying some shit that make me like, damn, that was fucked up. You know what I'm saying? Like, nigga, like, that's a world tour, not your girl tour. You know, trigger fingers turn to Twitter fingers. You be getting bodied by a singing nigga, even though he's not doing no lyrical shit. He's still saying some shit that could put me into the fucking ground. Like he might say some shit that might bury me, bro. I don't fucking know. I'm not taking that away from Drake. Like Drake can rap his ass off, bro. You know what I mean?
All right. Well,
he might could bury me. He might could bury me, bro.
You already said it. You said that you could kill him. You got.
No, I'm saying like when we're getting to technical shit, absolutely. Yeah. But Drake got bars, nigga. He might could do me like he did Meek, bro. I might be fucked after that. Pause. 100%. We being honest. I might be fucked after that. You know what I'm saying? I'm not being biased towards my own shit. Like I think he's a fucking god. You can't underestimate Drake.
Last question about that, and then we're gonna get back. We're gonna end this and talk about everything that you're doing. But a lot of people have said he can't be mentioned with the greats now, which I disagree with because of the reference tracks that came out.
Yeah.
You're a real hip hop head. Do you agree with that?
That he can't be mentioned?
Like Funk Flex, shout to Flex. He mentioned that he feels like he's more of an entertainer now because reference tracks came out.
Drake is a god, period. He can write, he can rap, regardless what the fuck people say about him not writing some of his own shit. You know what I'm saying? Which I think he acknowledges that he's had help. Cool. But like, he's written his own shit. He's proved that he can rap and write. His earlier shit, like, you know, it wasn't like fucking whoever was writing for him or writing things and helping him. I mean, you got to understand, this nigga has to produce. The more, you know, famous you get, the more busy you get, he has to still be able to create music, right? So like, in the time frame that he's creating the shit, it's like he has to get it out fast. Pause. So like, there's sometimes that he might take that little extra help here and there. Like if somebody has a song already laid out for him, he might have came in, listened to the lyrics, changed some bars around, you know what I'm saying, made it his own type shit, you know, and then that was that. Which I'm saying, like, because he's already proved that he can rap and that he's already wrote his own shit that was already fucking killing shit in the game. Like I understand why he did the shit, you know? So as far as me feeling like he shouldn't be mentioned with the greats because of that, plus he sings, right? So this is probably, in my opinion, this is how it probably started. When you're a singer, it's okay for other people to write for you, right?
Yeah, of course.
Probably came across, you know, do a little bit of that, and then some rappers that came along that was lyrically nice that he was like, oh, that's fine, shit, I'll take a little boo boo boo, you know, whatever. But like he's already proved he can fucking rap. It don't matter. He should be mentioned with the greats. A million percent. He should absolutely be fucking mentioned with the great, if not the greatest.
I agree.
100%.
I don't know about the greatest.
Oh, don't get it twisted. Drake, don't.
He's up there.
He will be the great. He will go out as one of the greatest, bro.
He's one of the greatest now, but he's still not. To me, he's still not Hove. He's still not Big. He's still not M. That's just me. But he's up there. He's definitely in my top 7, 8.
That's not bad.
Yeah,
that's not bad at all.
7, 8.
Yeah, he's gonna go down as a fucking great, bro. He's gonna go down as a great regardless. You know, who's to say none of these motherfuckers have had any fucking help? Nobody knows that
Nobody
shit.
knows.
Nobody knows. It never came out.
Cameron, I hate to bring this old up. I don't know if you remember the Cameron Jay-Z beef, but that was a whole thing. You're not a writer, you're a biter. He had a whole record towards Hove. You're not a writer, you're a biter.
I remember that shit. Because they niggas would borrow bars from niggas that were already established, that the records were already out, though. It's different than somebody behind the scenes writing shit for you. You know what I mean? So Jay would take a whole fucking bar, 8 bars from Big.
Yeah.
That was already out, though. Shit that was already popular. So I guess in that aspect, it wasn't a big deal. They were paying homage, right?
Yeah.
But this isn't really paying homage, is it? This is more of me, like, literally you're writing for me and I'm taking lines and twisting them or whatever the case may be. All I'm telling you is that I don't think that stops Drake from being in the conversation.
I agree. I completely agree. But this has been the argument for the past couple of years. Since
I've seen it. It's been the argument for the last couple of weeks too. People are still talk about that shit.
Yeah, because they just recently attacked Drake about that. Yeah.
Leave that nigga alone, man.
Yeah, I agree.
Leave that nigga alone. Let him do his thing. He's the great. He's one of the greatest, bro. He's killing shit regardless.
Where do you see your career in the next couple of years as far as, because
there.
That's what I was about to say.
There, 100%. There. Coles, you know, they with the Coles of the world, the Drakes of the world, the Kendricks of the world, you know, because they were Joyner. They was where the fuck I was at, you know what I'm saying? And then there was somebody where they are now, you know what I mean? And there was somebody where you were asking them this question, where you think you're going to be in the next couple of years, you know what I mean?
Yeah, exactly.
So like, there, 100%, it's inevitable, it's going to happen. I mean, it's already happening.
I love the confidence.
You know?
Yeah, it is happening.
It's a no-brainer. From where I came from to now, you know what I'm saying? And then the shit that's in the can that hasn't even dropped yet, the shit that I already know is going to happen, you know what I'm saying? So I'm not even worried about the shit.
Do you worry about radio at all?
In what sense?
I don't know, it just feels like the greats, we're in a different era now where, you know, it's radio, it's internet, there's all types of stuff. But to me, it feels like the greats live everywhere. They live in the club. They live in the radio. They live in the streets. They live with bars.
Yeah.
They live coast to coast, different music. So, but now it just seems like the energy's not like that in this generation as far as radio goes anymore. Like, there's so many people popping without it. You know what I'm saying?
A lot of people popping without it. You still need it, though.
That's what I was about to say. I wanted to see if you felt like you needed it.
Still need it, 1,000,000%. You have to. There's a lot of people that are not on the internet like that drive to work every day, that listen to the radio. They listen to Jim and they listen to, you know, the Hot 97s. They listen to Sirius XMs. You know, they listen to
Power 105.1.
Power 105.1s. You know, they listen to all that shit. You know, so yeah, it's still a very huge market.
And the reason I'm mentioning is that when you go into the studio, like I've heard your music and you're nice with it, but do you ever think like, I need a radio record? Like, do you ever have that mentality, like, this is what I'm going to create for the future? Like, this is for radio.
Yeah, of course. 1,000,000%. You got to have those records. You got to have a little bit of everything, right? Because you're not going to take a storytelling record of mine and, you know, like, I'm Not Racist was meant to be a radio record.
Yeah.
Right?
But it's just like, in this generation, it's so hard to tell what the fuck a radio record is. Like, Bobby Shmurda's Hot Nigga record, it's the biggest record in the world when it came.
Yeah, but it was that had a certain sound to it that people can dance to. You know, there's certain things about that, certain records that make it special. When he did his little dance and threw the hat in the air, you know, the little Bobby dance, that's what made people, you know, start divine shit. People were taking it, making memes out of it, boom, boom, boom. Then people started hearing it more and it became fun, popular, boom, now the record's popping, now, you know. So it's like, yeah, I think if the beat is hot, I think it's like 90. For in my opinion, the beat is like 80% all the way hot without even somebody being on it, where people can jam to the beat.
Yeah.
Like, look at Kodak. Kodak just dropped that.
That's ZZ. I'm gonna keep it real with you.
You know
no
what I mean?
Disrespect. I like that record, but I liked it better with just the beat.
Right. That's what I'm saying. No disrespect to Kodak, but even it doesn't matter who the fuck is on that record. That beat is hard.
Yeah.
Look at Tiger's record. Taste.
Yeah.
Beat is hard. It don't matter who the fuck is on that shit. Ooh, ooh, ooh. That's what you remember. Yeah, yeah, yeah. The beat. You know what I mean? So like, if you got a beat that's fucking smashing, look at Young M.A.'s Ooh.
Yeah, I was gonna bring
Bobby
that up.
Shmurda's Hot Nigga all over again. But the beat is what.
But the main reason I wanted to bring up the radio thing, besides this conversation we're having, is because sometimes I feel like people feel like they got you spit. I don't know if you feel like you had to dumb yourself down to create these records.
You do have to dumb down a little bit. You do.
And it just seems like you like the type of person that wouldn't do that.
I mean, if you listen to I Love, it's dumbed down.
No way, you're spitting on that, bro.
I'm spitting, but it's dumbed down. It's dumbed down, Joyner.
I didn't feel that when I heard it.
You listen to Winter Blues then, because that's not dumbed down.
Mm-hmm.
I remember everything was different when I tried to make a job. That's not dumbed down. I didn't go listen to I Love.
Your dumbed down is fucking disrespecting everybody's careers. Right. Yeah, I'm just keeping it real.
So dumbed down is more, where people can understand it. You know what I mean? It's more just, it's chill. It's less like a lot going on. You know what I mean? It's more just.
Well, yeah, I guess you could see that.
Chill.
You could understand that more. But
right.
Yeah.
More sing along. You could sing along to the shit. You can sing the hook. It's not like, too much going on. That's what dumbed down, I guess, means, is when something is, you can sing along to it, Yeah.
All right, so you predict I Love is going to be huge out here in these streets, even huger than it is now. I saw 10 million views already. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, on the tube?
On the tube.
Yeah,
that's all I watch my videos on.
My YouTube my YouTube game is kind of strong. It's strong. It's strong. Yeah.
Can you help me? I need more followers. Thanks. Yeah. More subscribers.
Yeah.
And you got more projects coming out, and I like the confidence, man. You're gonna be mentioned with the Coles and the Kendricks. I feel like people mention you.
Like I'm already being mentioned.
Yeah, I was about to say. I feel like people already mention you with that.
Yeah, it's already there. You know what I mean? It's just, again, it's just that the difference between Cole and Kendrick is they have about 5 bodies of work out albums. You know what I'm saying? They've already said I don't have a single album out. I got a little projects and mixtapes and shit, but I don't have an actual album with the push and it's in the stores, and it's been like I can't wait. I don't have that. You know what I mean? Yeah, that's what they got on me. You know what I mean? Other than that, there's really no difference, bro.
Well, I can't wait. I'm interested to see if the prophecy comes true, and I believe it is. You know what I'm saying? So
on it. Thank you for coming to the feature presentation, my brother. Respect. Thank you. Anything that you want to share that maybe I'm not saying? Not really, 100. I gotta take a piss. Respect. I respect it, man. Your energy is tough because I know you've been out since 9 in the morning. Yeah. So thank you once again for coming to the show. Thank you. Respect. All right, it's the feature presentation, baby. DJ Sus One. Love.